Bert and Agnes, not far from the popular seaside resort of Bridlington. This ancient settlement on the east coast of Yorkshire is the home of the Bluebell Hotel. Catering for weddings, Sunday lunches, and the occasional international megastar, the Bluebell Hotel provides employment, entertainment, and a shelter for weary travellers. After buying the Bluebell as a struggling business 4 years ago, Alan has made many changes in the hope of not only turning around the fortunes of the hotel, but also the area. But his unique management style and big ideas are not always well received.
An owner's job is never done.
You come in and just go, right, we're doing this. Right, this is happening, right, that's happening. And you go, okay.
If you don't do it yourself, guys, it don't get done.
But there's a good boss to work for.
There's absolutely no point in doing that bit if you don't do that bit.
No complaints. As yet.
I won't ask the obvious question.
But he's all right, really, yeah. He's good to work for.
Well, I've worked for him for 2.5 years and I find no problem with him.
Is the ice maker working?
I think it might be.
Sometimes he's a bit demanding.
What about the taxi room work? Is that not working?
No.
But I only work to keep my horses, so...
I'm not going around Sledmere dressed like a sandwich board.
But like I say, he's as honest as the day's long.
We do employ blondes, as you've noticed.
We just get on with it, so...
One of Alan's biggest ideas has been turning the 5-acre site into a concert venue. And after a hugely successful event last year with Catherine Jenkins and Paul Young, Alan is keen to arrange an even bigger one for this year.
That's the promoters, guys. We're obviously still trying to batten down our act that's coming on the 26th of May.
We've got the Status Quo coming up. That's on the Friday 15th, Saturday 16th of May next year.
Because when you're bringing premier name acts into the area, like we're bringing with Status Quo, and we haven't released the act that we've got an agreement on for the 26th of May, that's a problem.
I mean, getting Status Quo is a rather large coup for us. It's a good thing.
That's going to be huge. That's going to be, I think, one of the biggest that's been here. So yeah, it's going to be massive.
There's an email waiting for me when I check it in a minute, but it's just giving me all the names that are on the list of the artists that we can bring here on the 17th of May.
With the stage installation being a major investment, Alan is keen to add more big names to the list and run several events through the summer. But he's not so keen on sharing who he has booked.
I think it's just one of those things that he has to keep to himself, whether it's for legal reasons or whether he just likes sort of annoying me. Probably the latter bit.
And if there's 10 of them on the list, 7 of them are premier A-listers.
Yeah, I think he sort of knows that I get annoyed, and then he goes, "Oh right, yeah, I'll tell you," and then he says, "Oh no, I won't. Oh no, I'll tell you. No, I won't." And he knows that it's really kind of irritating. So
I could show you this list, Rachel, of who wants to come and perform at the Bluebell Hotel. I've just been with the guys there and they're just saying who it is.
Oh yeah?
No, okay, I don't know if I can show you. That's for the 17th. There's 1 or 2 big names in there that have done a bit in the past, and just one that was thrown out was the Jacksons minus Michael, of course. So that was quite interesting to know that we can get them because we've got a CV, because we've had Russell Watson, Catherine Jenkins, etc., Paul Young. We've got enough interesting people to say yes, they'll come up here and perform now. So watch this space.
Good morning, Bluebell Hotel. Rachel speaking. How can I help? Catherine Jenkins came here for the concert last year, and Paul Young, and that was just one of the best, most exciting things because they were so lovely when they came in, and she was so friendly.
We've had Catherine Jenkins, we've had Katrina Without the Waves, we've had Top Loader, we've had Russell Watson, all really, really good. Really, really good. We just pray for rain not to come and stuff like that. We just pray for nice weather. It's hard work for us, but we just thrive on it. We just get on with it, and very lucky to see all these acts without paying for it and getting paid for it. That's the best way that we like to be. So.
And it was something that I was really nervous about. Having, you live in Bridge, you don't meet famous people, all celebrities, and she came in and, you know, she was hi, hello, and thanked everybody for being there and everything, and it was just great. Really enjoyed it, and he was the same.
How Alan brings the big-name artist to the area is not something he likes to share.
How we get some, I don't know.
But his staff have their own ideas of how it's done.
Magic. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I definitely believe he's got a gift at gab.
I've no idea how he gets the big acts on. He just sort of... I've asked him and he just won't tell me. It's one of those things he's keeping to himself, so I think that's how it is.
It's what you know and who you know, isn't it?
But I think what he does is once as everybody has managers and things, once you get one big act, they start talking to managers, he starts talking to their managers, and I think that's how he gets it. That's my personal sort of like thing.
Status quo is the big thing, especially for the area. So, no idea how he's managed it, but he keeps managing it, so...
The Bluebell's event manager and in-house wedding planner, Angela, has been helping to attract more couples to the venue, which has held a wedding ceremony licence for 3 years.
We can do ceremonies here, and then what we do, we set up in the courtyard. The weddings are absolutely fantastic. We've got 15 weddings next year coming up, all signed, sealed and delivered, all ready to me. And then the weddings, we do a 3-course meal, we do a nice buffet, we have a nice DJ that comes in on a night. Everybody enjoys themselves. Everybody stays in rooms that come here, or we get taxis back. We hire the taxis back for them, and we sometimes have a minibus if they're only staying up the road. That's it really, but we all enjoy the weddings. All the staff get on really well here.
Sam and Nick have chosen to hold their wedding at the Bluebell over all of the other venues in the area.
It's not the first time doing a wedding, is it?
Today, they have called in to discuss some of the finer details with Angela to make sure everything runs as smoothly as possible.
Sam and Nick, they're getting married in August next year. So I'm the wedding coordinator and I try and make all their day go as smoothly as possible. This hotel fits everybody's budget. We're not pushy on how much to spend. We just want everybody to have a nice day and a nice time. And that's what we've done. I've sent them away feeling rest assured that everything's fine.
I'm Sam, this is Nick. We're booking our wedding for August next year. It's quite an exciting time. So we've just been to pay our deposit and work things out really, go through what we've decided on and how many people to feed. So it's all pretty exciting.
Tomato or vegetables?
Yeah.
It's going to be one fussy one, I want chicken.
You can't go wrong with tomato soup.
As long as we know beforehand, that's not too... The deposit's paid, so now what I've done, instead of saying a provisional wedding in my diary, I've put it as actual booking wedding. And that's what we do. We keep somebody else has just phoned up now to ask for a wedding appointment with me. They want to get married in October next year. I pencil their date in, keep it open for 3 months. And then if we haven't got any correspondence within 3 months, which is a long enough time if you're getting married, and somebody else wants that date, we give it to the other person. But we phone the other person up first to say, is it, everything all right? They'll either say yes, no.
I don't know really. We live in Bridlington and everywhere seems to get used quite a bit and it's a bit repetitive. You've been to 50 million weddings at the same place. Bluebell's quite, even though it's out of town and yet still so close, I've not been to many weddings here and I love it. Just the scenery and what they offer is just brilliant. It's worth the money and it's worth the 15-minute drive to come here and have a brilliant day. So.
But when it's a little while yet, isn't it? So when you decide on what you want me to do with your napkins, the rolls look really nice at weddings. And then if you've got a little name,
well, I was just thinking
if you've got a little name card, even if you just write it on a nice bit of card. Have you got any pinking shears or know anybody with like fancy scissors? Mm-hmm. She's pregnant. She's due a baby on 24th of December. She's really looking forward to having a new baby with her. And whether it's a boy or a girl, he'll either be a little page boy or a little bridesmaid. So looking forward to meeting that one as well.
It's Christmas Eve baby, so we've only got 2 weeks left, so we've got a surprise, nice Christmas present. So it's all exciting, more excitement.
Well, I don't want to go like this with my head's getting bigger or anything, but before there was about 12 a year. I've got 18 booked in for next year. And I also do the wedding fairs, and I try and encourage every bride that's getting married the year after to come to the wedding fairs and just try and visualise a little bit more that the wedding's going to be absolutely fine.
It's all kind of come at once, so it's nice to kind of get out of the way as such and start a little family and
Married life.
like,
Can't wait.
Yeah, exciting times.
We can come up the night before and decorate. Well, it's just I've got an idea for a backdrop.
You can come up to now the night before.
Yeah.
We've got a wedding next week, and until last week they could come up the night before, but we've got a big party the night before, so now they can't. But we can't turn Christmas away. But as it's not, I can't say for definite. But if not, I can get it done in. This took me half an hour to do. So cool. Rest assured, I can get a wedding set really quick. And this was on my own. So if a team with me, we're fine.
We are good. Okay.
We'll come up first thing in the morning and get it done. I think a lot of people will get married. I think now it's changed. When I got married, I don't want to give my age away, but when I got married, it was you get married, you don't live with somebody, you get married, and then you live with somebody. But I think nowadays a lot of people actually have a living relationship, and people rent houses a lot more than they actually buy houses. Or if they've got a big mortgage now, it's difficult.
Coming up in part 2, Room 14 causes some unrest with the staff and guests.
Some people say, we hear things.
Yeah, well, I avoid that bit.
And Alan may have pushed Rachel a bit too far.
And he knows that it's really kind of irritating, so...
Since taking over the ownership of the Bluebell Hotel, Alan has already employed several people from the local area. But the increase in events and weddings, as well as one employee due to go on maternity leave, means there's an opening for a new member of the team.
We're doing the interviews for 2 reasons. A, we are running slightly light on our staff. And secondly, one of the members of our staff, Erin, she's six months pregnant, 7 months, something like that. And I think she's struggling to continue to want to work, and I think that one of the decisions she's been taking herself is she wants to quit in about November and take life a little bit easier. So the 2 things accelerated the fact that we need to look right now, and of course we need to start to make preparations that we get busier in December. January we've got plenty of events on as well, and of course then we're heading for our major events early in the new year, where we need lots and lots of preparation. When you're bringing one of the biggest bands on the planet to a small village like Burton Agnes, you have lots of preparation work and lots of work to do behind the scenes in order to get ready. We're looking to bring upwards of 5,000 people into the area for the weekend, and of course we're looking at a Sunday event as well, so we've got so many things going on. Unlike any other normal hotel in this area that generally goes quiet, we've got other things going on that dictate where we need to increase our staff. And we've got vacancies, and it's a perfect opportunity for somebody.
Alan's wife Rebecca manages the staff at the Bluebell, and today's decision on the new staff member will be a joint one. The first interviewee is Jessica, who has come to her interview on the way to Sheffield to celebrate her birthday.
Thank you.
18 today.
18 today, goodness.
So that means you work in a pub now?
Yeah, behind the bar.
Behind the bar? What a great start to an interview that is. BTEC Law pass. Go on, educate me, Jessica. Tell me all about that.
I just did like negligence and all stuff like that, really.
Is that what you're looking to do you think?
Well, to do with something like marketing or something. Business marketing.
Okay.
Business marketing?
Yeah,
so you've just finished at sixth form, have you?
Yeah, finished, yeah.
Just got those. So are you looking for something full-time or?
I'm looking for, different, full-time, part-time.
Yeah,
I want to move them.
So you finished BTEC, what's ICT?
Like computers and stuff like Microsoft Excel and stuff like that. Just like all the software on the computer and stuff.
Yeah.
You learn how to use it and stuff.
So you're a computer wizard, you mean?
Not amazing.
So educate me again. So what exactly are you doing now?
I meant to go to college, but I haven't been going. I'm not enjoying it. So
To do what?
business, but
You didn't like the course? You don't
yeah,
like the
I
course?
don't like the course. No.
So what, are you going to get in touch with them and let them know that you're not going to carry on with it
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Well, there's a box ticker. Anybody who puts patience, I've got a lot of patience with customers and other work. I need every bit of patience on my planet working in the hotel business, because there are plenty of people who it'd be very easy to say, I ain't got any patience. Goodness gracious me. So yeah, we'll go with that. It says here you're well organised. Well, you need to be if your car broke down the road.
Yeah, there was stuff in the boot, luckily. It's because I'm off to Sheffield as well for my birthday, so I'm going after here. Thought in case I break down, I wanted stuff in the car.
What, you going to Sheffield for a night out, yeah?
Yeah, my sister's at university there, so she's let me stay there, take me out and stuff.
Oh, very nice.
Because you obviously you're going to Sheffield on an 18th birthday party celebration.
Yeah.
So you won't see much till tomorrow morning then.
After
Okay, well, I'll do that. Anything you like?
I do have a holiday. It's on Christmas Eve till New Year's Eve, but if that affects anything, just let me know. Okay.
Well, that was about the busiest time of the year.
I don't like Christmas that much, and I thought I'm going to get away from it. I'm off to Tunisia, so...
Horrible place. Horrible place.
Oh, that should be nice.
Full of mosquitoes. But anyway, we won't go down that path. No, that's not a problem. Rebecca will give you a show round and let you have a look and just see what's going on. Obviously, if you've not been in here for, you're obviously driving straight to Sheffield, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Have you got your own car?
Yeah.
when are you back from there, as a matter of...
Sheffield, just tomorrow.
You're
Come back tomorrow, yeah.
When you're sobered up?
Yeah, when I'm ready to come back. Yeah.
Okay, enough said. Okay, well, we'll no doubt be in touch in the next day, and we'll let you know how we get on then.
Thank you.
Okay, Jessica, thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
Okay.
Events manager Angela already had plans for the Bluebell when she joined the team.
It's not real, but it gives the effect.
But once again, Alan had bigger ideas.
When I first came here, Alan actually, because of my CV, he said, we've been told that you can get bums on seats, give us your ideas. And I said, well, if you want evening entertainment, psychic nights go down really, really well. I thought he'd get Rosie Lead from down the road, or somebody from up there, or, you know, just like a £50 act or something. And then he came back and said, oh, we've got Derek Okora coming, and Colin Fry, and I went, I didn't say that kind of thing, but they are big sellouts. They really are big sellouts.
I'd like to be able to watch the shows, because often when they're on, I'm in here working and you don't get to see them. But I've met both of them, Colin Fry and Derek Okora as well, and they're both really pleasant. They're both really, really nice. But I haven't actually seen their show yet, because I'm in here and they're in there. So yeah.
Philosophical bar manager Steve has his own view on spirits.
The people that come and see him do believe. They actually believe that or he's channeling Great Aunt Sally or whoever, and they choose to believe that, and that gives them comfort. So hats off to them.
With parts of the Bluebell dating back to the Middle Ages and regular visits from the country's top mediums, it's no surprise that there are rumours of the hotel being visited by less physical guests, with a particular focus on room 14.
I stayed in room 14. It was after one of the weddings. I'd been on a late bar shift and then gone and stayed because I was on the next morning. And I had a really nice, peaceful sleep, and, you know, it was nice room and everything else. And then came downstairs, and one of the other members of staff said, which room did you stay in then? I said, room 14, and they said, oh yeah, the haunted one. So they ruined that for me, because I really liked that room, and now I'm scared to go in there, which is stupid. But yeah, nothing ever happened in there or anything, but I don't want to stay in it again.
I mean, I've been in room 14 and it doesn't bother me. I don't think like that. But some people say, oh, we hear things, but I live in a new house and I get woke up with this. It's the pipes. It's the pipe, but it knocks at the same time every night.
There was a rumour it was haunted, but I'm not a believer in that great scheme of things, but The TV kept turning itself on. A couple of days in between. So there was the belief that it was haunted and something was turning the TV on. I think somebody had been in there and set a timer on it, but that's down to your own beliefs. I know TVs can be set to have a timer on, so that's what I choose to believe. At the time, people didn't want to go in there for it, so, but it was meant to be haunted.
Yeah, I avoid that bit because sometimes they leave the loft hatch open, you see, to get into the loft to do the boilers. And I was up on housekeeping on my own, and I'd always like run past that little bit. I'll get Christine to get the Hoover. But sometimes I do nights on a Monday and Tuesday, see at bar, and we do the lock-up, just me and Christine together. And we have to switch all the lights off as we go through the building, but she always ends up creeping me out, so I get really scared and just leave her.
I think if somebody wants to get hold of you, they'll get hold of you their own way. I've had that experience, or my experience, I think, and that's when my mum died 5 months later. I smelled her perfume on a coat that I had, and I thought, I bought it after, so why does it smell of her? But is that just in your head? Don't know. But then my partner smelt it as well, and he'd never met me mum. Weird, but I think if they get hold of you, they'll do it like that.
The upcoming Status Quo gig has sparked a lot of interest with the locals and regulars from further afield. But with the second big act not yet fully confirmed, Alan is still reluctant to let anyone know who he has lined up.
Where are you staying over the weekend, Andy?
With some friends.
Okay, because we're actually linking in all the hotels to come and stay at the place as well. But we will be announcing at the end of this month the Sunday act that's going to be performing out there as well. Because we've got everything geared up, stage set and everything else, we are running a great, big, monstrous act. If I tell you it was as big as Quo, yes.
We're trying to still sort the rest of the acts out. Well, we might be able to tell you a bit later who else is coming. Maybe.
Yeah. Is it,
Go on. No. It's a bit early yet. It's a bit early in the evening yet.
Don't be
I've got a busy night yet, and I've got things to get organised. So
Alan, tell us.
not wait and see till later.
We've not got contractual issues, we've just got idiosyncrasies just to sort out. We've got verbal agreements, we've got paper agreements, but we haven't signed up a contract yet that says, yeah, it's etched in stone. And in this business, you can't release anything until you've actually got things signed, sealed and delivered.
After Alan builds the stage in the spring at the back of the Bluebell Hotel, there'll be room for over 2,500 people to attend each concert, as well as having room for car parking and overnight stays at other local hotels that Alan is recommending himself. Receptionist Rachel has been quizzing Alan again about who else is playing this year, but she's still in the dark about who he's booked for now.
He said, no, you'll have to wait. Actually, he said, I'll tell you, no, I won't. And then he kind of like went off again, so I'll probably find out in a couple of weeks, I would think. I hope I find out in a couple of weeks. And he knows that it's really kind of irritating, so...
So there's 2 groups of shooters coming.
Coming up in part 3, will 2 group bookings cause problems?
Well, as long as we don't shoot each other, they'll be fine.
And Alan nearly blows a fuse over Christmas.
The great joy, gentlemen, of hotelism is I cannot believe that we have a wall, complete wall empty. We've got lights up this far. We had them all up last year. So whoever's put them up should surely notice that there's a big empty wall there. And yet we haven't put the lights up.
The rural location of the Bluebell Hotel, as well as its rustic appearance and history, makes it very popular and attracts clubs and groups from the surrounding area who like to meet there. Local shooting parties are also frequent visitors, and a recent renovation to the bar extension now allows even more group bookings to be catered for.
Guys, if you're eating?
No, we're not eating. No, we're not eating.
You're just drinking?
Maybe them other lot from Boys. Yeah.
Oh, there's another. Is it the other gang that's arriving, Ange? As long as they don't shoot each other. So there's 2 groups of shooters coming.
The renovation to the bar area didn't go without incident though, and Alan still has 1 or 2 problems left to sort out.
And while I'm looking, this is my new carpet I bought.
What failed miserably. This is the carpet that we purchased as part of a deal, and when it actually decided it was coming 4 weeks late, and I said, no, it's not, you can cancel it if it comes 4 weeks late, they decided they'd give us an upgrade 2 days later, and the upgrade that come has got a great big hole in it somewhere. Where is it? Has got a great big hole in it when it arrived. So they weren't in a position to take it back. We won't name the names of the carpet company which it is. They weren't in a position to take it back, so their hand was forced and they've had to fit it. So they've had to fit a carpet that we didn't want, that didn't fit, and in 4 weeks' time they're coming to take it out again and put in another carpet. Welcome to the hotel business.
After spending time earlier interviewing potential candidates for a bar staff position that has become available, Alan is trying to decide who will fit into his team the best.
You want to look for somebody who you can train from the start, from scratch, and you bring them on in the style that you want them to work it. And one of the advantages of youth is if they look the part and they can control the part, and they've got a little bit of talent in there as well. You can develop that on. So when we've had some of the particular my other companies, you've got the more mature people who want to come in. It's the being set in their ways scenario that can be a problem. But my guess, which is quite amusing, is that there are probably a lot of Jessicas out there. Jessica's one who's particularly answered the phone, her CV stacked up because she'd got a bit of previous, which is good enough to get her through the door. But there are probably a lot more of that type of person, and if they had put their CVs in, they would stand a chance of getting an interview, simply because that's the type of person that you're looking for. Somebody who looks reasonably neat, tidy, looks as if they've got control of themselves. But she did herself plenty of favours just by being herself and saying, I want to work full time. She showed enough initiative that she said she'd got a problem with her car just getting here. That does happen, and she'd got enough responsibility to sort it out. So yeah, she was okay.
Bar manager Steve has worked at the Bluebell since before Alan took over. As well as running the bars, Steve also covers night portering duties over the weekend.
Monday, 11 till 3, then 6 till finish, which is about half 11, 12 o'clock at night. Same on a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday off. Friday, 11 till 3, 6:30 finish. Usually Saturday night and then Sunday night. And then I stay here to look after the building Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
It's a requirement for a member of staff to be on the premises 24 hours a day in case of any problems. But with only 19 bedrooms, sometimes there isn't much to do during the night.
Be here just in case fire alarms go off, phones, anything like that. So basically spend the night in the flat, watch films, stuff like that, and then if any residents do want anything, we transfer the phones through. So the phone rings in the flat if anybody wants help, or if anybody rings up for anything. So if a resident locks himself out at 3 in the morning, I get to get up and let them in. The main thing is people locking themselves out. So we give them a code to get back in the main door. They tend to forget it, leave it in the room, or they left the key, or they've lost the key somewhere. And so that at 3 o'clock in the morning when they're coming back from a wedding or something like that is the other ones, residents that like to stay up, because we have obviously 24-hour drinking for residents. They like to stay up till 3 in the morning having a nightcap. But
with the usually quiet weekend night shifts comes the added responsibility of being in charge of the entire hotel and any guests that are staying. A job which Steve now takes in his stride.
When I first started doing it years ago, then it was, you were nervous that something had happened. Or a customer would want something in at 4 in the morning or something like that. But it's not often that happens. So you become more, I would say complacent, but you become more used to it. So now it's more routine than worrying that you've locked one of the fire doors or you've closed the front door. Things like that. When you first start, it's have I locked the front door, have I done that fire door, and you end up going around 3 or 4 times just to make sure you've locked everything up. Now I'm literally, I start at the bottom, lock the bottom door, and just work my way around the building. It's just a routine now. So it used to be a stress, but it's not. Well, not a stress, but it used to be a concern, but now it's just something you do. It's part of the job.
Full-time receptionist Nikki also has a lot of responsibility, but not just at the hotel. On her day off, Nikki works as a special constable for the local police force.
It was just a decision I made at college when I did public services, and then I went on to do forensics and criminology at university. I just enjoy helping people, like the benefits you get from helping, say, like younger people and older people as well. I just really enjoy it. I work it round, so on my days off I'll take one day, because I usually get 2 days off. So I'll take one day where I'll do my other shifts, and then I'll use the other day off as just a normal day. But I'd rather get my experience for the next couple of years and then maybe join as a regular.
Working the long hours over the weekend means Steve won't see his family from Friday afternoon until Monday morning. But the journey he makes to and from work in his ex-Army Land Rover goes a little way to making up for this.
I always wanted one since I was a kid. My dad had one that was sat. He took the engine out because he wanted to put V8 in it. And he bought the V8, and the V8 never met the Land Rover. So I've always wanted a Landy. Then when my dad passed away, he left a bit of his estate, so I just thought, now's the time. So 3,200 later, drove around an ex-Army Land Rover. So it's good fun, it's the only one in the village.
I guess I'm going to be about the highlight of things for the time being, because I'm just about to jump on a few people.
With Christmas approaching, Alan has just discovered that most of the lights normally used on the outside of the building haven't been put up this year, and he's determined to find out who's responsible.
They don't hang long. No, so there's got to be a set missing somewhere. Welcome to the world of old television. There's got to be a set missing, there are them.
We had 2 sets, went across the front, that hung, and then we had the blue set, red down the sides. Wherever they've got.
We should have a bit hanging over there as well. Status quo, mate, Christmas songs. If you don't do it yourself, guys, it don't get done.
I don't know, but
There's what, big Christmas?
For which ones?
The lights are outside. There's another set of lights outside.
decoration lights.
Right, I'll go and have a look upstairs.
She's been doing all the decorations. She should know where the boxes have been put.
Yeah, if you ask her,
So if you
I'll give her a ring, yeah.
Who?
Christine's been doing all the lights in Collins, so I ain't got a clue where they turn on and turn.
Get on the phone, find out where they are.
I will do it. I thought you wanted this lot moving.
Leave these, find out where they are. That should be up there. Now, I can't believe that we've got a set of lights with a big gap, and then I arrive and there isn't even a set of lights on outside in the first place. That's unbelievable.
Alan, one of the artists wants a word with you, please. I don't think he'll answer, you know.
Gentlemen of hotelism, I cannot believe that we have a wall, complete wall empty. We've got lights up this far. We had them all up last year. So whoever's put them up should surely notice that there's a big empty wall there. And yet we haven't put the lights up. And the lights weren't even on when we got in. How bizarre is that? No point having them.
With guests beginning to arrive for tonight's event, Alan is concerned that without the Christmas lights on, the hotel won't be presented in the best possible way.
Any idea where these lights are yet?
And I can do it. Right, I'm going to start putting all this lot away for you, Alan.
I won't ask the obvious question. Why have we got a big wall out there that's got no lights, and why have we got a box there that has got lights?
So no, I was told that it's not my job, it's Christine's job. Leave it alone. And I ain't called tonight.
screen anybody, so I just said, fair enough, as I do. As I was placid up to date as long. I was in there for Colin, so...
With the missing lights now discovered in the box where the rest were, Alan helped Steve to put them up.
There's absolutely no point in doing that bit if you don't do that bit. And it's in the box. He took it out of the box. Not rocket science. We had the whole lot should be lit. There was a big wall there, that's what you have lights for.
No, I thought that they were up.
No. Well, that somebody's been and nicked them.
Coming up in part 4, someone gets an awful fright. Alan has to control a developing situation. And Jessica starts work as the new barmaid. A popular pub as well as a hotel and venue, the Bluebell Hotel has its regular locals from the village. Steve, who's been the bar manager here for over 6 years, knows them not only by name, but by which seat they sit in too.
Paul, Christine, Anne, Terry, Dave, Teresa, because Christine and Paul have gone before they come in. Wilson usually sits there. If Gary, who used to be in, sat there, or they're in there playing pool.
Having worked here for longer than most, Steve, like any good bar manager, has the locals' routine memorised.
Christine will sit there, they'll have a half each. Then when Terry and Anne come in, Anne will sit there, Terry will sit there, and that's it. Once Paul and Christine go, they go. You'll probably get Dave and Teresa who live up the village. Dave sits that end with his chair turned that way. Yeah, he has to have his chair like that, with his coat on the back of it. And then she'll sit, Teresa will sit there. They have cushions down there because the seats are too soft, too hard for them, so we give them cushions so they can sit there for hours. And that's basically it, yeah. They quite literally, that's where they sit.
And when he's not providing soft furnishings for the regulars, it's not beyond the scope of the bar manager to be providing emergency first aid too.
People sort of like getting too drunk, falling over, breaking themselves. Teresa managed to do that last week. Managed to fall over and ended up in Scarborough Hospital. 21 stitches. So, but that tickled us. It didn't tickle her at the time, but.
I've been here drinking. I had about 12 Pims and lemonade. 5 vodka and cokes. Left the bar but don't remember leaving the bar. Went to the toilet. I went to the disabled one and instead of coming out and coming up the steps, I went the opposite way and I got a bit friendly with a flower vase and boom, straight into it. And then I went to Scarborough Hospital at past 11 at night and it's still, that was 5 weeks ago, it's still there. And then when Amber saw me on the Friday, she says, oh, because I came in with sunglasses on. She says, and I had to take them off because I couldn't see anything. And she says, oh, well, I'll have to give you a hug. And she's the only one that gave me a hug, bless her. Yeah, she did. Yeah. You heard about my fall?
Did you? Oh yeah, that was anniversary as well.
I know.
I mean, we're one of the cheapest pubs in the area. Not last winter, the winter before, on the pool team, went into Stirling Castle in Bread, and it was £3.40 for a pint of Foster's. I nearly fell over. Our last sort of like held me up. I was £3.40 for a pint now.
Tonight sees the popular murder mystery dinner return to the Bluebell. Usually a complete sellout, tonight is no exception. Jack, who runs the company It's Murder, has arrived early to set up.
There's the man. Oh, young man.
Keep right.
Oh, yeah.
How are you?
All right. We've got it decorated tastefully for you, I think, haven't we?
Well, apart from the kiddies' corner, yes, we're fine, thank you. Everything else is okay?
What's wrong with the kiddies' corner? It's perfect.
Okay. Who am I to argue with you?
It's Christmas.
I know.
Yeah, that's the spirit of what it's about, I guess. Great big Father Christmas in the corner.
Oh, and you as well.
And me as well, there we are. You get me for nothing.
The company called It's Murder. We're actually celebrating 15 years, so it's quite an achievement. We're very pleased to be here now. It's our third year, and we do a different theme every particular year.
We're going to be doing a murder mystery tonight, which will be starting at a drinks reception, and we're moving on to dinner.
The purpose of me getting here early is to look at the layout of the room, maybe to get things changed slightly, because what we're very concerned with is that the guests get the best possible enjoyment out of it, and can hear and see everything that's going to go on.
At some point, somebody will get murdered, and there'll be a number of suspects, and basically all the guests have got to help the police find out who done it.
They're going to meet, presumably in the bar later on. Various members of the cast will join them, but they will already have a sheet telling them about the theme and what characters are going to meet. Now, I don't want to give anything away because I want you to wait and see what's going to happen, but ultimately something will happen, otherwise we've lost the plot. And then we get them through here to dine. The police will arrive to give sleuthing tips, and then basically that's when it all mainly kicks off, if you like.
The decided who's done it is the vicar.
There's dinners, weekends, you name it. Lots and lots of different venues, hotels and private parties, corporates. Huge amounts of different scripts as well, really, and lots of different characters. So it's great fun. Fantastic fun, in fact, 'cause you get to murder people and get away with it sometimes.
After a sleepy phone call with Alan earlier, Jessica landed the job as new barmaid.
Especially when I phoned up, she didn't know who I was. That's a bit disconcerting. I'm the guy who pays the wages. He said, who's that?
Alan, you don't even know what me and Dave is.
Yeah, well, that's pretty reasonable. Most people would tend to say that.
I think I was in bed because I was hungover. And it just kept ringing me. I didn't know the number, so I didn't answer at first. And I thought it kept ringing me, so I thought, oh. So I answered it, and he just like really happy, and he's like, oh, you've got the job. So I was like, oh. So I was just like excited, really. It's good, I like it, it's friendly. So I get on with all the regulars and stuff.
And after settling in quickly, she's made friends already with some of the other staff.
She's lovely. She's really good to work behind the bar with because she's just really funny, some of the stuff that she does. We was on the other night last week, and we had a really bad cold, and she had it worse, I think, and she was drinking her tea, and then I don't know what had happened, but she just sort of like choked really bad and just spat the tea full length of the bar, and it just went everywhere, all over the bar, the lot, and it was just really funny.
Well, I was just taking a sip and I choked on it. It just went all over the bar. Oh, who knew that?
Happy to have a full-time job, Jessica hasn't lost sight of her future though.
I wanted to be have a massive office and like marketing and stuff like that, something like that. But I'm not sure because I've quit college now, so it's a bit going for like a midlife crisis kind of thing.
Visiting relatives before Christmas, the Bluebell's disabled facilities have been the deciding factor when choosing a hotel for this family.
We're visiting relatives.
Yes, we're visiting relatives in Bridlington today.
We're on the Christmas run, bringing the presents.
Yes, same for the weekend. We're just waiting for the taxi now, just to take us to where we're going. Manicourt. Are you saying anything, Sheila?
No, I'll agree with whatever you say.
She usually does a sing song, but
oh no, I won't. She'll say that when we come back.
She's not had enough gins today, so.
We've been struggling lately because
it's the lose.
She can't get out of the wheelchair and she needs reins and stuff.
And I know this is awful to talk about, but that's one of the best I've seen.
So it was. No, it is.
Back at the murder mystery dinner, guests have arrived and have begun filling up the bar area, ready for the evening's entertainment to begin.
It's my fourth one I've run. They're really good. The only thing is, I'll warn you now, about between 7:30 and 8 o'clock I'm always thinking, when's it going to be? When's it? And all of us, you hear this big scream and you think, oh no, because it really goes through your ears.
What is the matter?
Charlotte, tell us what's happening. What's up? What's going on?
As far as been to Channel Islands and done murder mysteries on trains and those kind of places, really. So it's great fun. Yeah, most of the time the venues are really, really good, and it is a great venue as well. Yeah, well, tonight I'm going to be Major Johnny James, so he's retired Army Major, and he's recently moved to the village where this is set. So yes, he's sort of, well, very much, I suppose almost stereotypically the retired, ex-army, very stiff upper lip, that kind of thing really, and sort of stalwart of the village, and that's really what he is, yeah. But he's quite an interesting character to play. He's not at all like me.
The Murder Mystery Night attracts around 75 guests, and Alan lays on a 3-course meal for everyone, which means all the hotel staff join in when it comes to serving. The quality of the food produced here comes as a bit of a surprise to some of the guests.
Better than we expected. We thought it would just be like sort of pub grub, but it was a lot better than that tonight.
Yeah, it's been a really good night. Really good night. Really enjoyed it. Really. And I think everybody will have different opinions about who did it, so to speak.
We're ending up at sleuth time now, so take my decision. My decision's about to come, I think. I know which one I'm going for.
As the actors really get into the roles, some of the guests have been tampering with the inflatable Santa corner, and it's up to Alan to sort them out.
The really good news is, Jack, that 25,000 people can see you on TV.
But with no real harm done, the guests are returned to their seats and the evening continues. From weddings to murders, superstars to ghosts, whatever happens at the Bluebell Hotel, you can be sure that it won't be ordinary. But there will always be a warm welcome from Alan and the staff. And with everyone still in the dark about who else is playing after status quo in the summer, it's up to the staff to sum up Alan, his big ideas, and the Bluebell Hotel.
I'll love my job.
It's a lot more like friendlier and easygoing here.
It's mad and it's chaos and there's stuff going on all the time, but you just sort of come in and thrive on it. So
Alan's as good a boss as any.
Sometimes he's a bit demanding, but aren't all bosses.
I love it.
I've not had many better bosses, let's put it that way.
Probably stay a while, unless I get fired.